All right, thank you so much. That was a wonderful, wonderful presentation. And now this is our second presentation for today. I just want to say a very big thank you to everyone that is here. I just want to bring updates. There are some updates that are coming up, filtering into my ears, and I've heard them. I've listened to people that have experienced it, and this is not the first time. And I'm just here to present you guys with updates on the visa ban. Okay, there's an update. Which update do I have today? The update is that if you are a person from Canada, a person from UK, from any country that is not in the ban list, any country, Australia, UK, Canada, Mexico, anybody from these countries, and you can speak English, there is an opportunity for you. When I mean you can speak English, because when I mentioned Mexico and some Spanish speaking countries, majority of the problem that they have is that they have nurses there, but most of those nurses cannot, speak English, and they will not be able to write NCLEX, like they don't flow with English. So most times it will be like a very difficult process to learn English language, which will be a second language to them, and at the same time having to, kind of pass the NCLEX exam. So, but if you can, if you have lived in any of this country and you are a citizen of those countries, there's an opportunity for you. US is kind of trying to open up, their borders to more nurses, because they are trying to, bring up the Nurse Practice Act, which will encourage them to bring about 20,000 nurses into the United States. And not only that, these nurses that belong to these categories can actually apply for a kind of visa they call a TN visa. Okay, TN visa are for people from Canada, people from Mexico. If you belong to any of these, within 6 months, guaranteed, within 6 months, you would find yourself practicing nursing in the United States. If you have all the credential, all the requirements, you would be in the United States practicing nursing. And then if you are from the UK, and if you are a resident, not really a resident, if you're a citizen of the UK, if you have a UK passport, and you are even from another country, but you immigrated to the UK and you have a UK passport, you can actually get your visa and come to the United States and work, even now that we have the ban. So because you'll be considered a citizen of UK, and that citizenship is what is going to be used to judge your case and bring you to the United States by your employer. So I'm encouraging anybody, if you know you have anybody or you know someone who is belonging to this category, they have stayed in UK for as long as they are supposed to, and they now have their blue or brown passport, I guess, the brown or red passport, whatever the color is, whatever passport that those countries have. If you have those passports from any of the country that is not banned, which means that you are a citizen of that country, please kindly attend your interview. You will be given visa. You can come to the United States. If you don't have an agency yet, reach out to me. We can get you an agency, and those agencies will file your petition immediately. They'll put it on premium processing, because or guaranteed you're coming, because your country is not banned, obviously. So you're going to be coming to the United States. So kindly reach out. There's an opportunity for you, and it's going to be express, it's going to be fast, it's going to be very, very, it will be uneventful. There won't be any stories about it. So kindly reach out. That is something that, needs to happen. So that is by the way. Then second thing that I want to, go through some questions that I received recently about people who are PD and pregnant. See, guys, I'm telling you, this is coming from me to you. If you are in this process and you are having this delay because of the ban, okay, don't take it as an excuse for you not to proceed with your family goals. If your family goals has been that your last child is 2 years old, you're saving yourself, you want to come to the United States to give birth, do not consider this a blessing anymore. You can give birth wherever you are. You can give birth in your home country. Continue on your family goals, because at any point in time where you get to, even PD, even interview, these things are possible. Nobody is a robot. Even people who are interviewing you know that things do happen. You're not going to be the first person who they are interviewing that is pregnant, or who has gotten to a stage and is pregnant or just gave birth. Yours through and only me myself, when I was in my process where I was delayed as well. My wife got pregnant in the process. She gave birth. my child was added just like few days to my going to the embassy for interview. And guess what? Today I'm in the United States with all my family. My 3 kids that I went to the embassy with were all given visa. So it's something that is doable. It's something that you can work on. It's something, don't be afraid. If you have PD and you are going, maybe your wife is pregnant or you yourself, you're pregnant and you're the primary applicant, no cause for alarm. Carry your pregnancy to term. If your embassy interview comes before you give birth, that's where the issue will be. But hence, the way that the things are working now is that they're going to give you a 212G or F. Once they give you that 212G or F, and they know that you're pregnant, you're going to state it to them there and they will see that you're pregnant. So whenever it is time for you to approach the embassy again, if you have your baby at that time, you can approach the embassy with your baby, and then things can be added to your filing because your filing is not concluded yet. Your filing is still in the consular office where you interviewed. So all these things will be taken into a consideration. So please do not put yourself on a hold and do not panic about pregnancy. It is a blessing and it will continue to be a blessing to your family. So continue that. Then travel routes. People who have come here already on a student visa, or people who have come here on let me talk about people who have come here on a student visa. I would just give an advice. If you have been here or you are here on a student visa, my advice to you is this is not a good time for you to go home. Even if you have a J1 visa, it's not a good time for you to go home and come back as you will, because a lot of things are happening at the point of entry now. No, nothing is guaranteed. Even if you have a green card, nothing is guaranteed anymore. So I would just want you guys to stay put where you are until everything's settled, all the dust settles, especially the dust that is happening right now. So please kindly stay put where you are, so avoid stories that touch the heart. All right. And then people who are asking about coming here, you're already here on a B1 B2 and you want to become a student, is also possible. If you have a visiting visa to the United States and you come and you are like, okay, I think I can pursue an academic pathway in the United States. People come here and change their mind. They may come here and say, I'm coming to visit, and at the end of the day, they'll be like, oh, I have visited, I have seen the place. I think I might want to do a program. All you need to do is to do things by the law. So you have to find out from an attorney what are the necessary things I need to do to be able to change my status from B1, B2 to an F1 visa. So that is possible. That has been done in the past. And if you are in that category, you need a lawyer to talk to, just reach out to me. I'll find you one once you get here, and you'll be able to work with that person. Okay. Next one. I will run through everything I have on my list. Next one, about having to proceed with your master's degree in Nigeria. If you're in any country in Africa, if you want to proceed, you have done your BSc and within the waiting period, you want to just proceed and do your master's. Well, I won't totally advise it, because the US system of masters is that it has some practicum requirements, which means that you have to go to a hospital, you have to see patients within the US, and there's this unexpected number of patients you need to see, and all those things that happens like that. So most times you might not be given full credit if you do your masters outside of Nigeria, but of course you might be given partial credits for some of the courses that you have already completed. Some universities will give you partial credit for it and allow you to do those ones that are peculiar to the United States, especially the clinical courses. You're going to have to do them again here in the United States for you to be given a United States master's degree, okay, or for you to further, in the United States. So I would say, if you have time, just listen to the end of this meeting and I will tell you what you can be doing during this waiting period. I'm seeing a lot of questions and I'll take my time to respond to it. Okay. What can we do during the waiting period? Listen, guys, listen. What can we do during the waiting period? Number one, this waiting period is an opportunity for you. Well, how am I saying it's an opportunity? Some people will not see it as an opportunity, but let's think about it this way. Would it have been better that the process moves very swiftly, very fast, and you come into the United States and your license gets revoked because there's something you're supposed to know and supposed to do that you did not do? This is an opportunity. It's an opportunity. I'm seeing it that way because I want everybody to come here and become successful. So, how are you going to do that? Number one, learn typing. Go and learn how to type. If you are not very fluent with typing, now is a good opportunity to get a newspaper, open it before you, and just type everything that you see there, and just build how fast you can type. Okay, it's very good. Documentation is a thing in the US. If you didn't write it down, if you didn't document it, it means you didn't do it, and it can put you in trouble. Okay, so I don't want your license revoked. There's something you can do right now. Go and learn how to type. Number two, develop an investment plan. I've said this before, I said it last week. I know a friend in Florida who, during her own waiting period, the husband started scouting around for business partners in Nigeria. Hey, I'm going to the United States. I'm going to be shipping cars or shipping parts of cars. I would like to add you to my WhatsApp group. Any day I'm bringing my container, I will tell you so you people can come and buy. Okay, no problem. All those kind of things. So that's what the husband did. And the husband was able to come here, buy cars that are accidented, and then junk it, put it in a container, take it back home, and within 24 hours, those things are gone. And he's on the next flight coming back to do the same thing all over again. Put his money in his pocket. You can do that as well. Work on your spouse job. Okay? You're already, agitated, anxious. Why is this process not working? But your spouse is not even ready for the US job market. So who is going to work? You, only you, when you come over here. No, that's not how it's done. Okay, you need as a matter of urgency to work with your spouse, to know what your spouse is going to do when we come to the United States, and help your spouse to begin now to build himself around that vision, that goal. Don't let whatever that is happening becloud your sense of judgment. Okay, don't let it happen. So still stay focused. Still stay focused on the goal. The goal is still there. It is not shifting. Okay, so whatever that is shifting is a distraction, and I want you to put your eyes on the goal because one day these things will come to being. All right, you can work on CDI as a nurse and you're thinking about retirement. How are you going to, even after working with your agency? CDI job, which is Clinical Documentation Improvement Practitioner, nursing career in the United States is booming. Most hospitals are employing. Just last week alone, we have more than 5 registrants, in the academy. We are training people on this CDI job. All right. So you can learn it. You can get into CDI, take the exam, pocket the certificate, keep it with you because when you come over here and you're done and you want to start working remotely from home and have time for your family, for your children, CDI is the job that will help you do that. All right. So another thing I found out is that some people, that your husband has had TB in the past, tuberculosis, and it delays a lot of people now. It delays many people. If you know that your husband has had or anybody in your family has had TB in the past or is prone to having a positive TB test, please kindly start now to do a diagnostic investigation on your own before the diagnostic investigation from the embassy. And if you find out that those things are there, please kindly start medications as soon as possible. Because what is going to happen is that you will go to IOM and you will do the one of IOM, which is the medicals for your embassy interview, and that same thing will be discovered. And when you go to the embassy, you will be told, hey, we found something, we need to treat it, or you need to give us more time to do more confirmatory tests. Save yourself those little time or delays, those time that can be wasted. Save it and try as much as possible. Do a test, and if you're positive for some of these diseases that can delay you, start treatment as soon as possible. All right. Now, the next one, I'm going to dwell on this one because, to be honest with you, to be very, very honest with everyone that is on this call, I have a lot of people, more than 20 single ladies that have come through my academy to the United States. They have been here for close to 4 or 5 years and they haven't been married. They haven't found anybody. They have not found a spouse. So it's not a time to be picky. If you have someone that is serious in your life, get married. Get married during this waiting period. Is a good thing. I'm telling you guys. And if you know anybody, because these 20 people or more than 20 people that I talked about, I discuss with them almost on a weekly basis. And all of them are saying one thing. When they came into the United States, here was their thing. We are looking for somebody in the United States. We cannot marry from Nigeria because they are marrying me because of my money. And now the story has changed. They are now boss. If you have anybody, even if the person is in Nigeria, just let me know. We can consider it if the person is a nice person. Okay? Because they've stayed a long time here and there is no marriage coming. And they are good people. They are very nice people. So if you know any good person, okay, I'm not matchmaking, okay? And I'm not going to say this twice. But if you know anybody that is good, maybe your relation, your brother, that is doing well, we don't want liabilities, okay? Please reach out. If the person is ready for marriage, these people are ready for marriage as well, okay? Okay, so I'm not going to say so much about that, okay? But please, please, if you have anybody that is in your radar that is, you're telling you about marriage, please take it serious and get married and form a family. It will help you. Because if you come here and think that you're going to find anybody here, the structure of the US system is work, work, work. Everybody is working. So when you come over here, one thing you're going to be focused on is getting that money in your purse. And you will not recover until like 5 years. 5 years is when you now say, hey, I've gotten the money. Now let me start looking for the other things that I've missed when I was searching for this money. Okay? And you don't want to be in that situation. So I'm actually going to devote some part of my time next week, next 2 weeks. If you have anybody that is, ready for marriage, I can connect them to these people. Majority of them are already like citizen or they are green card holders, but they are serious. They really want to get married. Okay. Away from that, I don't want to dwell on it so much. The next thing is give birth. Do not pause your life for any reason. Give birth. Get married. If baby comes, give birth. Have a baby. Okay? Have a baby. If there are blessings and come with the baby. One of the things I talk about having a baby and people look at me like I want to have a US citizen. You will still have your US citizen. The baby that you give birth to in Nigeria, all my children, I have 3 children in Nigeria. They all have their blue passports right now. Okay, they will still become citizens of the United States when they stay here for the necessary amount of time. They will become citizens. Okay, so don't pause it, don't hold on to it because it's not going to do you any good. Okay, so just go ahead, give birth. And another thing is in Nigeria or in any country in Africa, Ghana, Kenya, anywhere you're watching me from, that's where you get the support. Here, you will not have any support. Okay, so you can give birth and you have your mother coming to stay 1 month or 6 weeks. If your mom is in the United States, do you know how much they can stay for you if they are here and working? If your mom is here and working and then you give birth and you're expecting your mom to come and stay in your house, highest you will get is 2 weeks. That's the maximum time that you will get to stay with your mom, your own very mom. If they are here and working in the United States and then you came to meet them, most of the friends that I have, their mom stays, some of them they come for 1 week, 2 days, and they say, oh, I'm going back to work, especially the nursing ones. Okay, oh, I'm going back to work. I cannot stay 1 month or blah 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 kind of days. They will go back to work. And guess what? You will still do like people that came for people that if you give birth in my dialect, they call it omugo, you come and then you will still buy them stuff, because they've come. Even if it's 1 week, you will still have to appreciate them for coming. And then that's all you get. And then you too, you get like 6 weeks from work. Okay? 6 weeks and that's it, you're back to work. So in Nigeria or in other countries in Africa, majority of you get 6 months, you get 3 months. Take it, give birth, have that baby. It's not gonna be any problem. All right, I don't see any problem in that. Gather and organize your documents, your children's certificate, birth certificate, international passports. Some of you are just clamoring, I want to travel, the ban, the ban, the ban. But some of your things are not ready. Some of your documents are not ready. You do not even have an international passport for all your family members. Work on that. Get them an international passport, get their birth certificates, especially the one from National Population Council or any of the authorities in your country, the one that is recognized by your country. Get that. Find a file find a big file and keep putting all the essential documents in that file. It will help you. Okay, start gathering, start having a mindset of somebody who is relocating. Okay, start gathering documents. Your children's certificates from school, their testimonials, to whom it may concern, all those things are necessary. Please kindly go ahead and get them. And then the next one, are you guys, is everyone following me to this point? I feel like I'm talking fast and I'm talking to myself. Do I need to slow down? Is everybody understanding? Are you guys following me to this point? Yes or no? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I feel like majority of the people that are on this call that have even gotten to the level of waiting for their ID, their documents are not organized. Your birth certificate is in one file in your living room, and then your husband's document is in the visitor's room. And no, this is a time to be very organized, very intentional. Get all those documents, put them in a safe place, and put them in a document file holder. Put them there and just wait. It's going to help you. It means you're getting ready for the exit. Okay. Next thing is save money. Thank God that our guest for today said it, and I cannot say it so much. I cannot say it enough. I don't know how many times I can say that to make you know that this is very, very important. Save money. Save money. If possible, save money in dollars. When you get enough money to buy $100, buy it and keep. When you get enough money to buy $1,000, buy it and keep. Because dollar is a much more stable currency than any of your currencies in Africa. Okay, so most times currencies in Africa fluctuates. You come out today, they tell you, oh, it's falling, it's gaining against the dollar, and tomorrow they tell you, oh, it's rising. You understand? So get it in dollars and save. Save it for yourself because that is what you're going to use to make expenses when you get here. The best way to come into the United States is come in and be debt free. Like, do not come in here. Agency throws $50,000 at you and say, yes, you can buy any car you want. And guess what? You just go and carry a car of $49,000. And your monthly payment on that car of $49,000 might be up to 1,200. You're still going to pay for your accommodation, which might be up to maybe $2,000 or $3,000, depending on where you live. Okay, guess what? Your expense for a month is already at 4,000. And how much are you making? Maybe 4, 5. So you're putting yourself at a very tight corner. So, but if you have enough money, like if you have like $10,000, you can go to a dealership and buy a very good car that will serve you for more than 10 years. Buy a very nice car that is second hand or certified pre-owned that you'll be able to use very well when you come here. So I'm advising you, if you like, you take it. If you don't, because I've given this advice before and I got into trouble. People were like, why are you telling people like that? When it's time for them to enjoy, you're telling them to go and buy. Enjoyment will come. You understand? But if you want to enjoy, fine and good. I'll be your cheerleader. Come on, if you call me and tell me you just bought an Escalade, I'll be the first person to jump up and celebrate you. I will celebrate you so, so very much, so hard that you will think it's my car. Okay? But if I'm meant to advise you, I would say buy something that can take you from point A to point B. Okay? And then keep rising. You don't grow from up to down. You grow from down to up, wherever you are. Okay? That's my little advice. But if you want, you can take a new car. A lot of people see it as an opportunity to at least drive a tear-rubber. They call it tear-rubber because they are the one to remove the nylon in the car. You understand? They are the one to open the car. It's zero mileage. You understand? Every car that everybody drives today was once a zero mileage. Okay, and once you drive it outside that dealership shop, guess what that car is? That car is zero mileage that day that you're buying it. Okay, but once you drive it out of the place where you are, out of that dealership shop, it is now a second hand to anybody that will drive it again. In fact, to yourself, each time you come out to open that car in the morning to drive it out and go out. So it is a second used because you already used it before. Okay, so that's how I look at it. But you can prove me wrong, and I won't be mad. I won't be angry at you if you decide to. Okay, but I'm just saying, if you save up to 10,000, up to $15,000, which is possible during this ban, you can make it a point of duty. All those little expenditures that you know is taking money from you, like buying a new hair. Sorry, I didn't say that. Okay, like making any expenses, okay, that is very, very expensive. You can cut down on them and save in dollars when you come here, buy a car, and then you will not have any monthly payments to make. And if you don't have any monthly payment to make, guess what? If you don't have any monthly payment to make, what you have already succeeded in doing to yourself is that you will have more money in the bank after your monthly expenditures. Okay, so you would spend money, on your utilities and on your accommodation, but at the end of the day, you will have money in the bank. Okay, and with that money, you are powerful. You can decide to do a lot of things with money. Okay, opportunities can come like this knocking at your door. If you don't have money, guess what? You missed it. All right. So next thing is learn a skill. I guest said it and I'm going to repeat it again. Learn a skill. Go and learn a skill. Learn how to braid hair, learn how to barb hair, learn how to what else? Makeup, learn AI. Learn AI. If you have opportunity, there's somebody I'm going to bring to this show that also is very good with AI. He has an academy where he teaches AI. I want our nurses to be very, very good with AI. And I'll ask him to give a scholarship when I bring him. Okay, but I want you guys to learn AI. AI is going to be the in thing in the next generation. So if you want to give yourself that foundation, go and learn AI. It is going to be very, very, very foundational for people to actually make money in the next generation. All right. Then the next thing is learn driving. You want to come to the United States and you don't have a driver's license where you are, you cannot even shift, you can't move a car from point A to point B. That's not good. Learn how to drive. If you find or have a friend that has a car, take them to the field or a soccer field and ask them to teach you. Even if you don't want to pay for driver school, put fuel in their car and ask them to just come and teach me. And that's how many of the people that land. They go to the field where they know they are not going to hit anything, and then they go there and put their legs on the brakes and accelerators and learn how to push the car from point A to point B before they now get out of the field to the road. Okay, so please, I'm begging everybody on this show. It is very, very, very possible to be in the waiting period and be very, very productive. Before you finish working on all these things that I mentioned today, the ban will be lifted. Okay, it's a lot to stomach in. Before you finish working on them, the ban will be lifted. All right, so I'm going to take some questions and then I will let you guys go because you have tried for today and I have tried as well. So I'm going to take questions. I see some questions. If you have any question and you want to ask me by yourself, please kindly let me know and I will give you the opportunity to ask that question. Okay, so let me start with the ones that has been written here. So does this, okay, wait. Someone said, very, very informative. Thank you so much for that commendation. And then please, is it advisable to attend interview now, knowing that 212F is what will be given? If you have written to the embassy and the embassy did not respond to you, please don't take that not responding to you as a yes. If you have written to them, I don't want to attend the embassy interview and they did not respond, number one thing I want to tell you is go for the document review process. Okay, when they invite you for the document review, go. And if you go, tell them that you have intention to reschedule. If they don't give you a guarantee that they can reschedule it, please attend the interview. Please. I don't know and I don't care what your agencies are telling you, but I think this is the best thing to do in this dispensation, judging with whatever that is happening now. Okay, so try and attend. All right, so does this goal include going for PhD? Well, you can do all that. You can go for your PhD, for your masters, but just know that when you come here, there might be a little difference There may be a lot of differences, not even a little. There might be a lot of differences from your academic qualifications and that of the one in the United States. So you're not going to have a smooth transition into the academic pool of the United States. So you would have to undergo some courses. You will have to approach universities, and they will tell you what kind of credit. When they do an evaluation of your transcript, they'll find out what credit they can give you from the courses you have already done, and the ones they cannot give you, you have to take it again with a US university. All right. So does this okay? What if you have gone for interview and during this wait you get pregnant? Yes, it's good. If you have gone to the interview and during the wait you get pregnant, guess what? When the ban is over, the embassies will start inviting you guys again. Okay, because some status of different people might have changed, and it's possible. You understand? The embassy is not expecting that if you get pregnant now you have an abortion. No, that's no. You can't. You can keep it and approach the embassy with your baby and say, hey, during the ban, I had a baby. I want to add my baby. Guess what? You can still add your baby at that point. Don't pause your life for this process. Don't put your life on pause for this process. Okay? So will you advise one to attend the interview or reschedule? Agencies are advising to reschedule. If agencies knows a way to reschedule, because I know they don't. If they know a way to reschedule and give you a confirmation that it has been rescheduled, they can do it for you. Start worrying them to provide that for you. If they cannot provide it, they should provide you with necessary documents to attend the interview so that it will not be counting against you that you missed your appointment or your embassy interview. Okay? Their curriculum, someone said something. Okay. Okay, somebody said, boss, please, how about BSc? Can True Merit validate it, and will it be recognized and used later for career progression? Yes, you can. The BSc is good, it's valid. You can use it, for career progression here. Okay, please, boss, is it wise decision to consider relocating to another country like Canada, Australia, even after attending embassy interview, but no visa was issued due to the ban? Um, I would say yes. If you have a sure plug of going to those countries, yes, you can. But be careful about the kind of contract that you sign in those countries, because if you go there and sign a 4 years contract, guess what? You're going to stay there 4 years. And when the US process becomes, um, you know, you know, active again, and you have to stay 4 years there, that it will become like a conflict. And I don't know how you're going to sort it out. So just be careful about what you sign. So please, boss, is it wise to consider? Okay, I've read that. I wish to connect on WhatsApp. Message me. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Queen is asking you to message her. What's your plan? Can you sponsor? Can you self-sponsor? Okay, somebody's asking you questions, and guess what? I don't know Queen. Maybe she's somebody that knows me, but I'm not putting anyone out there that can do any process or putting my neck out for them. So just be careful. And the age range, it says age range of the ladies, please. Well, these ladies are between the ages of say 27 to like 36, 37, 38 at most. Okay, so you can see what the distance is. So just when you reach out to me, I will find out how we can do that. But definitely, I've been pushing back on doing this, but I think I can just stick my neck out and do it just once. Okay, so if you know anybody that is cool, don't send people that are heartbreakers to me, please. I don't want these people to keep crying in my ears. I won't be happy. I'll come for you and I'll bring you up here. So send good people to me. All right. If I get pregnant after the interview, can the baby still be added? Yes, your baby can be added. Please, please start this night. All right. Next one. Say, please, boss, is it wise decision to consider relocating? I've answered that and answered that too. Okay, can you Okay. And who you mean we can save the dollar in our banks? No, you can't save it in you can actually save it in your domiciliary bank, but it depends on the bank that you're having your domiciliary account with. Some bank, when you go to withdraw your little domiciliary amount that you have with them, they will charge you like $20 transaction fee. $20, if you're talking about somebody who has come to withdraw $100 and you're charging $20 is a lot of money. You understand? So, well, what you can do is you can buy the dollar and save by yourself. Save it because whenever you're coming here, you will need that dollar cash, or you can send it to somebody and the person will, save the money for you somehow in dollars. So, but find a way at all costs to save your money in dollars is more stable. Yes, I know it's difficult to withdraw it. Yes. Um, yeah. All right, so how can I learn AI? I'm going to work on bringing somebody that has an academy for teaching AI. I'll bring him to this show and I would see how he can help us and our nurses to learn AI. Hi, boss. Is it advisable to do any specialty during the waiting period? Yes, if you have any specialty in mind, like ICU, like peri-op, you can go ahead and do it. Because peri-op, for instance, you can transition from peri-op to peri-op. I'm a peri-op nurse from Nigeria, and I came in here and I started practicing peri-op. I didn't have to do any study, but for a nurse and anesthetist, is a profession on its own. I mean, we're all in a profession, but it's a specialty that needs you to go to school. They call them CRNA, is a doctorate degree program here for you to actually start touching patients, intubating them. But in Nigeria, you can do it as a specialty. Here, you cannot. You understand? So you can't really transition to nurse anesthesia. You can actually come here and do the course. And before you can do a CRNA program, you have to spend at least 1 to 2 years in the ICU, and not just a regular ICU like CV ICU or CI, just all these big ICU that has to do with high acuity patients that need a lot of support, people that just came out from what is it called, open heart surgeries and vascular surgeries and the rest of them, thoracic surgeries, lobectomies, all the places where they manage all the critical care patients. That's where you have to work for at least 1 to 2 years. Some schools say 1 year, some schools say 2 years before you're able to go to school and then learn this act of intubating patients for at least 3 years. And that 3 years, you cannot work. You cannot work. You cannot combine it with school. You understand? Then after the 3 years, then you can come out and make all the money. They make a lot of money here, just to mention. Okay, hi boss, is it advisable for any to do any specialty while waiting there? I've said that. Good day, boss. He said, please, when are we getting a renal nurse to enlighten us? Okay, I'll work on that. I'll work on a renal nurse to come and enlighten us. Please, is it possible for a family to have their interview apart? I mean, the wife who is the principal applicant resides maybe another country, and the family is in Nigeria. You can do follow to join, and then you can now make the dependents to do their own in Nigeria. You understand? So this is something that you need to bring to the attention of your consular of your processing officer with your agency, and then they can do follow to join for you, which means you will do your own first, and then once you are in their record, then they can now book for your family that will do their own letter. Okay, so someone said, please, if you are in Africa and your country is not among the band, will you be lucky with the new opportunity you spoke about? Yes, yes. So far, you are not among the band. You are good. I don't know if South Africa is among the band. I think it is, but whatever. If you check and it's not there, then you should approach the embassy. You should be able to get, because the only reason why they are not issuing now is because of the ban. All right, so thank you so much, boss. Please, can you get another nurse? I will. I'll get that. What if your children are already adults? Yeah, if your child is above 21 years, this process and this opportunity is not for the person, except if the process started before they turned 21. But if it did not start before they turned 21, then they would have to do their own process by themselves. Either they come here to school, or they marry somebody who is a registered nurse, or who is already a citizen in the United States, that's maybe the options that they might get. Okay, so how do I reach you regarding the ladies? Just the regular number that we're going to post at the end of our meeting, reach out to me. And I do not have guys. Guys are always, I don't have any guy disturbing me. I cannot find a wife, fortunately. But, I have ladies that really, really are interested. Okay, boss, my question is, what will you advise? I need your own advice. Should one proceed with the interview? Hope no issues with 212 F after the ban. Hope we are not starting from USCIS, I-140 stage. What is your own take if this is the situation? So let me tell you something. So there's somebody that I mentioned in this podcast before that went to the embassy and got something different from 212G. Okay, and the person went to the embassy and was demanding that they kind of change that, because what happened was she was going to work in, I think, Virginia, which is my state, but she does not have Virginia license. She has like Texas license. And the consular officer was like, you do not have a Virginia license. So on that basis, I'm not going to give you visa. So your visa is refused. Okay. So when that happened, we started writing the embassy. And at the end of the day, the embassy was able to come to terms with what the lady was saying and called her to come and take 212GF. Listen, called her to take 212GF. And when they did, they now told her that she shouldn't worry, that her embassy application is still within the Lagos consulate. So it is kept, your embassy application is kept at the Lagos consulate. So if you have 212GF or 212G or 212F, know that your application is pending in the Lagos embassy. That's just the summary of the whole thing. If it's pending at the Lagos embassy, decisions will be taken on it at the Lagos embassy. But if it is out of that Lagos embassy, which is not where you want it to be, if it goes out of that Lagos embassy, it means that you have to maybe start. If it is refused, maybe something went wrong during your interview and you got something that is not 212GF or G or F, that means you have to start afresh, and that is not somewhere you want to be. So this is the best thing that can happen as at this time. Okay, this is the best thing. So whenever the ban is lifted, there will be a lay down rule on how people who have been invited by the embassy themselves, that know that there is a ban and they are sending people interview dates, there will be a set rule for these pending processes on how they can approach the embassy. Either you are asked to submit your passport again, and if they go through it and review it and they find everything is still okay, then they would send you your passport with your visas, or they will ask you to come again for a physical interview. That's what I think a sensible, consulate will do. They will first of all review, and then once they review, they will send you a message, bring your passport, or they will send you a message, come for another interview. If everything still looks good, you can come. If not, you have to do another interview. But of course, this is the best thing that can happen at this time. Okay? So, next question I'm trying to read. Someone is saying, is it easier to go on self-sponsorship or agencies preferred? Well, if you're still pre-NCLEX, it's self-sponsorship, and you can reach out to us. There's a lot of flyer that has been shared on this program. You can reach out to us. We can help you. We have content class. We have, what is it called? Specialists that can help you with your process from start to finish. So if you are interested in starting your process, reach out to me, reach out to our agency, find our number on our flyer, call us, email us. We'll be able to start your process from start to finish. And we can do that. And also at the same time, when we are doing your process, we are helping you to review the content of NCLEX. Okay, so please, boss, what about nurse midwife? So we can use the midwife. The midwife will have to go through a training before they can work as a midwife here, but you can come in as a nurse first. But if your program is midwifery in Nigeria, then might be a problem, because just midwifery alone might not be able to suffice with the requirement of the CGFNS evaluation. So you would have issues with CGFNS evaluation. But the best thing is to talk to our specialist so that they can help you out. All right, so the next one is I'm not a peri-op nurse yet, but considering the possibility of doing it abroad, how can I do that? Start now. Start now. Get into a peri-op unit of your hospital, apply, get there, start working there. Then when you come here, it will be like a transfer. They will get you a job in peri-op field. Okay, boss D, please, what's your suggestion? I relocated my case from Lagos to Togo Embassy with CC of 2025, considering the ban. Should I continue with ID or scheduled for April, or will it be wise to transfer back to Lagos? Your advice. So for me, I would say once you have been given ID, I don't think there's a point of going back now. So if you have ID already, just go for an interview. All right. It will still be the same thing at that embassy. Same thing will be given to you. The only problem is that when it comes to the time that visas will start rolling out, you might not be able to go to Lagos. You'll be going to that same Togo embassy to conclude your process because they have your application. So please, what is 212G and 212F? Chineye, you need to watch all my videos in my YouTube because it's going to be a lot to go through all this. Okay, my last video is most especially my last Friday video. Try and watch it. I think I said a lot about 212G and the 212F. Okay, please, I'm very, very sorry. Just go and watch it so that you can get the real context of what that word means. But it's something that people are coming back with when they go for interview now because of the ban. So how can I join the pre-arrival group? Just send us a message. We will be able to add you. Will you recommend skipping through merit for credential evaluation, especially for New York Board of Nursing? Yes. If you are not like 2 years post qualification, you can use New York. Would you, okay, then what is pediatric nurse? What of pediatric nurse? Is there a way or is there any advantage? For pediatric nursing as well, you will need some qualifications. Okay, so I would say the best advice I can give you is if you're not in any of the field that is trending, that the US need a lot, which is like massage, try and get into massage or have a massage experience so that if your specialty is not moving, if you're not finding interviews in your specialty, you can actually switch and get interviews in massage, then come over here, then join the labor market and compete for those very specialized unit that you want to be in. All right, I think I answered all the questions and I think I did justice to it. So I'm giving myself value. If you don't want to give me value, I'll give myself value. Okay. All right. So, and that will bring me to the end of today's meeting. And I'm happy that I still have over 80 people here. That means I was making sense. Okay. So, but at the end of the day, please, all the advice I gave out today will be on our YouTube. Please kindly go there, watch it again, and learn or write down all the things that I said you can be doing while waiting. I'll keep updating this list and I'll make sure to be saying it maybe once in a month until all of you get here because I want you to be very, very prepared for what is coming. And it's going to come one day, and one day when it comes, I want you to be ready. All right. And also, if you're not in our mentorship group and you have gotten ID, I think you need to be there. So try as much as possible to reach out in our pre-arrival group and we'll add you to our mentorship group. Okay. What else? I think I did everything I need to do today and I will be signing out. So thank you and God bless you. I'll see you all next week, Friday, by God's grace. All right. How do you reach out? Yes. How you reach out is by, contacting us through WhatsApp +1 +1 346 370 7110. So I pasted the number on the comment section and I will also put it on our YouTube handle. So you can reach out to us on WhatsApp on that number and any questions that you have will be answered accordingly. Okay. All right. Thank you. God bless you. See you all next week. Bye for now.